Everything from spending time coloring was pretty fun and therapeutic. But I'm an outdoors kind of guy, so I really loved heading up to the park, taking the tour, and then carving a leaf. We got that leaf off of the tree, and you can actually etch in a drawing or words or anything really, and to do something with that, and then to have that all week, kind of greet you in your room. That was something special and memorable, and I still have pictures of it, and I thought that was really fun and neat. And also, I think I would be remiss if I didn't. I don't know if this happens every time, but when we had our campfire on the beach, another dad, Christian, and I, we built a sand turtle just because, and it was fun.
It's interesting. So I interviewed Christian yesterday, and he brought up the sand turtle as well.
I think Jenny and I, we became the beach couple as well. We really weren't sightseeing at the time or interested in it, even though we had a car, which was generously provided all week. But we really liked just going out to the beach. And I would say every day a different couple would come down and join us. And even though there were hazard signs like don't swim in the water, blah, 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 of course we had to do it. And so we were out there breaking rules because, after you lose a kid, you realize some rules are silly and you can take your own risks.
And as somebody that lives here, I'm just going to put in the disclaimer, move to a different part of the beach where there's not a hazard sign.
I found this journal that I have kept.
Wow.
And look, there's stuff in it still. So.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah. So we still have that. And I'll give you two things actually, because I think they're important. One is allowing yourself the opportunity to even think about looking for joy, happiness, and not feeling guilty about it. I think that's a big focus, and one that a lot of parents struggle with. I would say for sure that there were some other parents at Ohana Oasis that this was their first time being with a group of people where you get to share everything and anything that you're comfortable with. And it could be this much or it could be this much, but it's safe. It's a safe space. Just going back through this notebook, the things you had us do, that some of them seemed silly at the time. Some of them were a little bit more straightforward, meaningful, and some of them were hard. I don't want to spoil any of what the program might hold now or in the future, but I really appreciate Ohana Oasis and the time that we were blessed with to spend there. And I think it meant a lot. It meant a lot to Jenny and I to be involved, and the relationships that we've made and held. They matter, and they're not big. Obviously, it's not like I met 50 people. I met, I think I'd say 2 guys that we stay in touch with regularly. They're there if I need them, and that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
But Ohana Oasis has provided some connections that have had lasting value, and I just thank you for that.
I'm curious, what are some of the silly exercises that?
Oh, coloring, certainly. Coloring and scrapbooking. I've got scrapbooking. This is crazy. Granted, I picked words like grit, but so I had to find something. Really hard to find manly things in some magazines.
I know. I even tried to buy manly magazines.
No, those were probably the funniest ones, but they were also fun. It was funny to see everybody, the guys from Texas who, we figured Texas guys, they got into it. Yeah, it was a fun time.